Ever heard the saying, curiosity killed the cat? Well, today's story might just be the scariest real-life example of that. We're re-diving into one of the most chilling and unresolved mysteries of the last decade. The disappearance of Kris Kremers and Lisanne Froon. Picture this, it's 2014. Two young Dutch women, Kris and Lisanne, are on a dream trip to Panama. They're excited, full of life, and ready for an adventure. They decide to go on a short hike near the town of Boquete, along the beautiful Pianista trail. They take a dog with them, planning to be back in a few hours. But they never return. The dog makes it back, but the girls, they vanish without a trace. Panic sets in. Their families, local authorities, and Dutch investigators launch a massive search. They comb the dense, unforgiving jungle for weeks. They use helicopters, search parties, and indigenous guides. But they find nothing. It's like Kris and Lisanne were swallowed by the forest. The trail they were on was well known. How could two people just disappear from it? The initial search is eventually called off, leaving everyone with a dreadful sense of uncertainty. Then, 2 months later, a local woman finds a blue backpack miles away from the trail, washed up on the bank of a river. Inside are some of their belongings: tibros, sunglasses, a water bottle, and most importantly, their cell phones and a digital camera. This is where the story takes a truly terrifying turn. Investigators unlock the phones, and what they find sends shivers down their spines. The call logs are a timeline of pure desperation. For 11 straight days, the girls tried to call for help. The first emergency calls were made just hours after they started their hike. They tried 112, the international emergency number, and 911, Panama's emergency number. But deep in the jungle, there was no signal. The logs show them repeatedly turning their phones on and off, likely to conserve battery, trying again and again to find a sliver of reception. One phone was even accessed without its PIN code after a week, suggesting one of them may have been too weak or already gone. After 11 days, the phone activity stops forever, but the phones were just the beginning. The real horror was found on the camera's memory card. The first set of photos are normal. You see Kris and Lisanne smiling, posing on the trail, looking happy. They're typical tourist pictures taken in broad daylight. But then, the timeline jumps. 8 days after they disappeared, the camera was used again, but this time in the dead of night. Between 1 a.m. and 4 a.m., someone took 90 photos in a row, most of them in complete pitch-black darkness. What were they trying to capture? Some experts believe they were using the camera's flash as a makeshift torch, trying to signal for help or navigate the terrifying terrain. A few of the photos are slightly clearer, and they are deeply unsettling. One shows the back of Kris's head, with what looks like blood in her hair. Another shows a strange arrangement of their belongings on a rock candy wrappers, a mirror, some plastic. Was it a marker, a cry for help? We just don't know. The most disturbing thing that we have no idea who was taking these photos, or what was happening just outside the frame in that oppressive darkness. The discoveries didn't stop there. In the months that followed, search parties found more evidence, and it was grim. Fragments of bone and a single hiking boot containing a foot were discovered scattered along the same river where the backpack was found. DNA testing confirmed the remains belonged to Kris and Lisanne. The bones were strangely clean, bleached white. Some theories suggest the natural jungle environment and river water could have caused this, while others speculate on something far more sinister. So what happened to Kris and Lisanne? The official ruling was that they got lost and tragically succumbed to the elements. It's a plausible explanation. The jungle is a dangerous place. A simple fall could lead to injury, making it impossible to get back. They could have been swept away by a river. But the strange night photos, the 11 days of attempted calls, and the scattered, bleached bones leave so many questions unanswered. Did they encounter foul play? The area is known to have some criminal elements. Were they abducted? Did someone else take those horrifying night photos? The lack of any clear evidence for an attack makes this hard to prove. Other theories point to a combination of getting lost and facing the brutal reality of the jungle starvation, dehydration, and encounters with dangerous animals. To this day, the full story of their final days remains a mystery, pieced together from digital ghosts and fragments of bone. It's a heartbreaking and terrifying reminder of how quickly an adventure can turn into a nightmare. What do you think happened? Let me know your theories in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and if you found this story as compelling as I did, make sure to subscribe for more deep dives into the unknown. Stay safe out there.